with all the participants in this conference, we will all together try to dig deeper because I might be presenting just the superficial of it. Because when we look at networking and collaborating in fundraising and looking for strategy to achieve this very important actions or movement in order to pursue our CADIS mission, it would require all of us to think and to go with me in this presentation. The presentation that I will be facilitating would be trying to look at networking and collaborative fundraising strategies, maybe in general, and then I would like to use the experience of Taiwan as one of concrete example in this venture. So this whole workshop has the following objectives. We would like to understand the importance of networking in fundraising. And of course, it requires us, all participants here, that we have to grasp how networking enhances CADIS disaster response and resilience building effort. Because the main goal of CADIS is really to help the beneficiaries of our mission to be able to be resilient and manage to help solve their problems. And then all of us are required to try to identify potential partners and resources for CADIS projects. So there are a lot. When I was reading online, there are a lot of potential partners, potential resources, only that we need to look for strategies how to tap them, how to help them align with our mission as promoters of helping others through CADIS ways. Okay, then create basic networking plan for our involvement with CADIS or in helping others to be involved with the mission of CADIS. So help me with all the skills I know among us here. You have been doing this kind of work. You have all the experiences. That's why second part of this workshop is really for all of us to do something. Maybe to write and to report, and out of this report, all the strategies that we'll be able to come up would be shared to everybody so that we can take them with us when we go back to our respected places. Okay? So, the first one is the theoretical part, networking and collaborative fundraising. Why networking is necessary for fundraising. So we'll try to discuss the benefits of this. Of course, fundraising is asking money, and we have to look at what is really fundraising. Is it mainly for asking of money? I could remember Usha in last year's conference that he said to us, he said, fundraising is friend raising. So it means that fundraising is not just money. Of course, our number one purpose there is to allow our friends, our benefactors, to help us through their money, through their maybe expertise, that we will be able to come up or be able to achieve the mission of CADIS. Okay. So there are different potential partners. It could be individuals, organizations, or even governments. And then there are ways, collaborative funding strategies that maybe, aside from what I'm citing here, during our workshop, we could dig more. We could uncover more strategies that could be at the end, we'll be able to take them away to our respective places so that when we do our own networking and collaborative fundraising, we could use the knowledge, the techniques that we will be able to dig it up today or along the way, even along the way. Okay, so the second part will be practical activities. So there will be two groups. One will simulate networking. There will be I just let the participants to create their own scenario to explore realistic scenario on specific CADIS program that allows them to provide brief profiles of their potential partners. It could be individual, groups, or companies, or other entities that could serve as our partners or could serve as our donors in this project, in a particular the CADIS project. So there could be a networking simulation among the groups. You will discuss something like introducing CADIS to an mission of particular entities so that you could have networking with them, you could have collaborative partnership with them, and you could give a clear awareness of CADIS projects, what are the particular needs that this CADIS project would like to help or try to solve or try to respond into. Okay, so you are required to make a specific call to action. I hope that while you are conversing with each other, trying the possibilities, you could really come up with specific and practicable actions that when you are networking and collaborating with some entities, there will be a concrete action that would help us earn money, that would give us maybe progress or achievement in CADIS project. All of us know that we have all the projects, we have all the plans, but of course all these plans would not be able to move if we don't have gasoline. The fuel that we need is the money that comes from our collaborators, our donors. So in that we need to explore how we could help them. I always use allow them to help us by helping them to be generous. Because these are the techniques that we should need to. Okay, the second group would be the identifying potential donors simulation group. Okay, participants would have list of potential funding partners. As I said earlier, there are a lot. That's why I was in the dilemma to write everything. I said, okay, better to let the groupings, the group members, to unearth, to discover all the potential partners in funding partners in CADIS programs. I could cite together with Lisa some of these entities in Taiwan. Taiwan is just a small country. Your country is a lot of entities, corporation, private groups, individuals. So it could be like Taiwan. Okay. So there are some. Actually, you are given. I think the 35 minutes. We could extend in our practical activities. The group could use mind mapping in identifying potential donors. They could visualize connections to the national, international stakeholders. Discuss among yourselves how you could tap them, or maybe strengthen your techniques or your approach to them, so that you'll be able to uh, come up with an enticing strategy that will help our partners to help us in our projects. Okay? So, okay. I'm not so picky, that's why yesterday I asked somebody to help me this okay. Networking and collaborative fundraising. Networking in the context of Chameleon Disaster International Service or CADIS is just a strategic and relational process. Relational process, this is very important, that enhances the effectiveness of humanitarian and development mission through collaboration, resource sharing, mutual support. Okay. Why I emphasize this relational? Because there are, um, I think maybe some of our organizations could do their own ways. They could get money, they could get donors, benefactors, but if we are doing this one in a collaborative way, I think we can have more. It's like when we are walking alone, we could walk fast. But when we are walking together, uniting our energies, our force, we can achieve more. So that's how I understood what CADIS is doing for these 10 years. We have been we have been discovering strategy, relational processes that allows us at this time to achieve some of the effective response to calamities, to other countries' needs. So that's how CADIS do, as of this time, effective humanitarian and development mission. Given CADIS focus on integral development, resilience building, disaster response, networking plays a critical role in amplifying its impact across vulnerable communities worldwide. Why networking, or why network or fundraising? Uh, Networking is in fundraising transcends merely soliciting financial contribution. It encompasses building meaningful relationships, access diverse resources, raising awareness, establishing long-term partnership. Okay. In Taiwan, why were we able to get or to come up with millions of Taiwan dollars? Because of this. We have our missionaries before, through their missionary services. We were able to come up the brand of a loving service to the sick. That's why St. Mary's Hospital the brand known is the hospital for the poor. When Taiwan, the local people, think of St. Mary's, they are the missionary hospital that take care of the poor. That's why when one religious, one example, during the pandemic, Father Giuseppe, together with our publication office and the fundraising office, we just we make a interview, distribute the video in different entities in the website, in in the Friends of Chameleons, and we were able to ask from the government the amount, as I said yesterday. In 1 or 2 weeks, we already received the amount of money that we applied from the government. That's how important if we have meaningful relationships. There are in Taiwan, the one who helped us is not just one entity. We were talking with Lisa because I interviewed Lisa. I said, are you the first director in the fundraising center? No, I said, the fourth Joran, the P is Joran today. So it means that this department in the hospital, in the department of the mission of the Familia has been doing this kind of meaningful relationship with the people. It's like the brand, creating relationships, and discovering diverse resources. I said diverse resources because those who are helping us, it's not only individuals, it's not only companies, it's not only one particular faith-based organization. There are various faith organizations, even non-Catholics, non-Christians. I will give you an example. The Tutsi Foundation, the Fukuosan Foundation, these are Buddhist groups. But I discovered, Lisa told me, Shampoo, there are Taoist big, because in Taiwan, if we have the church, we have the temples. These Taoist temples, we have their own entities. Big temples in Taipei, imagine. If you visited Taipei, if you visited their temples, it's full of people. And this temple, they have their own organizations that could help. And these big temples in Taipei, they are our benefactors in Taiwan. That's how important. Why we were able to access them, it is not mainly because of the chameleons. There are people who help the chameleon to connect with them. This is now the importance of collaboration. Having those people who can help us connect those people that they know they can help us financially. Okay. Raising awareness. By raising awareness, they will be able to know that the chameleons have these projects. The chameleons have these philanthropic projects. So people are going to us, helping us, if we're able to raise funds for projects. And this money that we receive, it's not only for the chameleons in Taiwan, but it helps worldwide. And you know already who among you receive help from Taiwan. So, take the dimensions of networking in CADIS, collaborative partnerships. CADIS does not work in isolation. I think all of us know that one. It fosters strong alliance. Sorry. It comes so. Wala. Sorry. Okay. Okay. So, it forces strong alliance with familiar provinces, delegations, communities, institutions, strengthening mission-based initiatives, particularly in disaster-affected regions. Um, I will not. Then we have faith-based organizations. These are religious networks. We are working together with them in humanitarian and long-term recovery towards resilience. NGOs and international fundings like Caritas Italiana, India, Miserior, I think we and then with Buddhism, we have Dharma Drum Foundation, Tsulci Foundation, and other more that I have just mentioned earlier. Some are giving us access to technical expertise. I know together with Father Jacob, because Father Jacob has a good connection with Tutsi. Because those working with Tutsi, on the top rank of Tutsi Foundation, some of them are students of Jacob. And these students are the one helping Jacob, Father Jacob, to know why they were able to raise money. If you know Chelsea now, worldwide, imagine they have even seat in the United Nations. That's how massive their network of donors. They are receiving donors from different, and they are giving worldwide. They are helping worldwide. So Mother Jacob also received some technical expertise. That's how I would say that we are not only receiving money, they are something more important than money. Okay, and even they are helping us operational support. During the pandemic, why we were able to send money easily to Italy, to India, or other countries? Because of that expertise of Tutsi. Some of their some of their personnel help us help us help Taiwan, Camille and Taiwan to facilitate the funds to India. Good. Okay, local governments and community-based organizations in Taiwan, even the national government, the local government help the projects, the familiar projects in Taiwan. Good last two administration in Taiwan, the vice president is a Catholic. He is really a pillar for us. Not just asking or helping us in the in for example, we are building now hospitals. There are a lot of papers in the bureaucracy of Taiwan that we need somebody who could help us let the papers flow faster. And these are I said, national portion of the national government, part of the national government that help us. The local government, the local government, really, I could not cite particular ways, but they are really helping us a lot. Second, key dimensions of networking in CADIS is information and knowledge exchange. Networking, networking with CADIS promotes continuous learning and capacity building. What we have been doing yesterday, we were sharing about best practices. These are key points in networking. It's part of exchanging knowledge because we don't have the monopoly of knowledge. Others would have better ways to do things. And then I think Kadis also are joining with others in studying ways how to help communities create their own resiliency program or disaster recovery strategies. I think even here we partner with other entities, training and workshops, equipping stakeholders with skills in emergency and response, psychosocial care, and sustainable development. Okay, three, resource mobilization and fundraising program. Effective networking enables studies to leverage resources for greater impact. Grant applications and funding partnerships, working with international donors, funding institutions, and charitable institutions. I think some samples are already mentioned earlier. Another one is resource mobilization and fundraising. There in Taiwan, we have crowdsourcing, community engagement, raising awareness. This crowdsourcing help us to disseminate our programs to more numbers of people. So after this awareness, people are starting to ask questions. When we start ask questions, of course, that's also our avenues, our ways that we could tell our projects. We could tell them what we need and help us them to help us. This is related to different kind of response. Some are in monetary, some are in kind missions, even volunteer mobilizations. Resource mobilization includes the appreciation of volunteers. If you visit St. Mary's Hospital, you will see ladies, those who are not anymore working or retired, they are in the hospital wearing yellow, and there is volunteer here. Named volunteer. We are volunteer. They are the one helping in the operations in the hospital. But most importantly, they were also volunteers in spreading good news of what we are doing in Taiwan and around the world. They are our ambassadors. They are simple people, but their way of talking could be massive because they are many. So that's what we call volunteer mobilization. Okay, and then we partner to businesses. We partner to other hospitals. One example: there was one child from Samar, very big head. If there in Samar cannot be operated, he was brought to Taiwan. But St. Mary's has no capacity to operate that one. We have partnership with other hospital. It's a government hospital. The child was operated, successful. Even the government hospital help us Even I think until now, they are still helping the child. That's one way that we are partnering, we will be discovering that a lot of entities could help us. A lot of entities could align with us in our mission. Mission of CADIS particularly. Okay. It could supply us with medical supplies, food, and even skilled personnel. Okay. Next is advocacy and policy influence. Networking empowers CADIS to be voice for the marginalized, influencing global and local policies. Maybe now we thought that we are just small entities. But when we are continuously doing our part, we will be like a drop of water constantly flowing. Eventually, we will not realize that we are already doing some dent to the stone below. It means that doing something, doing even a small one, could have an impact to the whole world. Okay. Advocacy on disaster risk reduction and resiliency. Here in Cebu, we hear there are already effects. A simple community could have an effect, could have contribution to the, the whole world. I could say the whole world. Then we have health access and psychosocial support, advocating for holistic and personal-centered healing in disaster zone. And then we have faith-based humanitarian, highlighting the role of spirituality in recovery and human dignity. Networking is also a way of ministry of peace. I know we are not just helping them with the medicines and money that we have. Our mere presence, the moment that we cross those dangerous trail, crossing the rivers, crossing those running stones and waters there. So we are already giving that our presence has something to do with those people that we try to engage with. So, at its core, networking with CADIS is not just about professional collaboration, but also a ministry of presence inspired by the chameleon charism of circles to the sea in the suffering. By connecting with others, CADIS extend its mission beyond physical aid, offering hope, healing, and human solidarity to those in distress. Benefits of networking beyond monetary contributions. Resource mobilization. Networking connects nonprofits with potential donors, sponsors, and volunteers who have a shared passion for the cause, providing platform to access vulnerable resources that can fuel the non-profit initiatives. Okay. I think all of us know that already. Collaboration opportunities. Networking allows organization to identify potential partners with complementary goals or resources, leading to joint events, shared programs, or coordinated advocacy efforts, thereby amplifying their impacts. When we try to network with others, our small contribution together with others will really amplify. We will be able to reach more people. We could engage more people. We could help more people. Knowledge exchange. Engaging with peers, mentors, and industry experts through networking enables nonprofits to stay informed about best practices, emerging trends, and innovative approaches to addressing social challenges, enhancing organizational effectiveness. Amplifying advocacy efforts. Networking provides a platform for non-profits, organizations to connect with like-minded individuals, organizations, expanding their reach and influence, and enable them to raise awareness, garnering public support, and effect positive change to broader scale. Then, through networking, we can build trust and credibility. Networking allows organizations to build relationships with other stakeholders, establishing trust and credibility within the community, making them more attractive to potential donors, volunteers, and collaborators. I've been emphasizing this one. The, the missionaries, the old missionaries, legacy are the fuel. Why people became so generous to the communities in Taiwan. And these are because they were able to build trust. They became credible that even though these people have no money, they can still receive help, support. We were talking with Lisa earlier. There was history in Taiwan that people were just bringing chicken with rice or corn as a payment for the services of our missionaries. And our missionaries, because they are doctors, they have more patience than the local ones, the local doctors. That's how they were able to build trust and credibility. And I think with that one, with networking, we can do the same. We can build our own legacy. Okay. Crowdfunding. I think, I do not know, even small children. I remember 3 weeks, 4 weeks ago, I saw children in the ground of the hospital. They are bringing the piggy bank. They are small children, they are very happy, running around, again, carrying the piggy bank. I thought, because I was looking at the top of the building, because I have a garden there in the rooftop. I thought these children were just playing. And when I saw Lisa and Mother Celestino, they have pictures, and then they give to them the piggy bank. And there I realized that even these children, they are part of the crowd. And this crowd are, imagine if we are so many. And I learned from Lisa that these children are not the first time to come there. They are coming every year. Because that piggy bank is not destroyed easily. They are returning that one. And he emptied the content of their piggy bank, given to the fundraising. And maybe they will be returning again. They are just part of the crowd. That's why, my dear brothers and sisters, we do not take for granted the simple people. They could give us a lot. They are not just giving the money, but they could tell the story. They could tell to their friends, we go to Samuyan, the nearest hospital. We donated our baby bag, the content of our baby bag. Maybe this could create ripples to their friends, to their family members, to their neighbors. And I think this is part of the crowd. This crowd will engage with us.
can help us and give us facilities, a lot of facilities. And that's why I put there the turtle piece, the piggy bank. That actually this one is initiated by uh, our fathers before, the old ones. They were helping in the island. They are giving. It's not like that, but a simple one that they could give to the hospital. They give to the home community, and we just make it beautiful now to be appealing to the children. Okay, peer-to-peer fundraising. We could have, we as church base, we can move by our own, but we could also encourage others. And when we are already collaborating, we become more powerful. We can more effective in making or helping other branches. We could leverage personal network and stories to others, and we could increase our engagement and of course increase our fundraising. By embracing these networking and collaborative fundraising strategies, CADIS can strengthen its mission, diversify its resources, and enhance its impact in disaster response and humanitarian aid. I want you to maybe really to consider, look at this one. When we have networks, when we have collaborations, we can really transcend and go much more. We might be, maybe you just take for granted that every day there are people calling to your offices. There are people who are asking, what are you doing in that institution? Why are the familiars in Thailand helping those children with AIDS? That's a way. That's already trying to establish networks, and that networks really works for us. It will create us collaborations, and this network could be done in a simple way. I have said earlier, there are a lot of ways that we could establish network. Our technology now has a lot of possibilities. I think Sir Benji Wahi ways, sorry, ways.
I'm an American.
Yeah. It's already ways. And then, with particularly with AI now, with the technologies, the improvement of the communications, networking could be easier than before. So, the CADIS could have a lot of possibilities. I hope today we could, I still have one, sorry. Grant and proposals. I think these are just some of the strategies that we could collaborate with other organizations. We need to do writings. We need to do communication techniques, because that's one of the important ways now. We, we could not just talk. We need writings. We need to tell that we are doing some projects like this. Okay. Okay, so we go now to the practical side, networking. Okay. So the group one, which is composed of Mr. Benji Ways, Mother Cindy Paitaran, and Julia, Doriana, Timberlyn, Vashon, Bob, Grace, Lisa,
King Kai, ako, then Brother Junilo